right? I just started a different video. In other words, I have two cameras, and so our voice will be on the video. But if you don't care, I mean, then
It's okay.
okay.
And maybe you should do what you plan to do
Yes.
because I am flying in accidentally.
No, no. I'm glad that you joined. This is actually what I hope for. But you know how I mean that it's 8 a.m. there. It's 3 p.m. here. It's the middle of the night in
Yeah.
L.A. So each place is different. So how is the Netherlands for this COVID-19 stuff?
um, we have what they call an intelligent lockdown.
Yes.
Intelligent lockdown. I don't know actually what it means, but um, well, they just loosened the rules. So, for example, I'm a speech language therapist
Hmm.
with children, and the last 2 months we worked online with video therapy
Oh,
as
okay.
long as it worked. And next week we are we are seeing children face to face again
So
with
that's
some
good.
rules.
Do you have
Yeah.
do you have to wear masks and stay distant or anything like that when you work with them?
Well, officially not, as long as we um, what do you call it? Wash hands and
Oh,
ask people before they come whether they were sick or
right. You
yeah.
know,
Well, that's not necessary, but there are colleagues who work with a mask. But as a speech language therapist, you should have you have to see
yes.
your face and your mouth.
Yeah, you can't be all
Yeah.
shut down.
And in Japan, how is it? How is it like now in Japan?
It's
Are you
very.
living in?
I live in Japan. I'm in the mountains north of, or sorry, east of Nara. So yeah, I'm in Japan.
Mhm.
Japan
Yeah.
is very, very unusual. That um, basically there's been nothing in the form of lockdown type stuff. Um, what they did is close. By the way, this is a number 5 silver. So
Hmm.
and before you joined, I put this red on, so it's been about 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but not, in at the 1st of June, basically it'll return to normal. So,
Okay.
and but I don't really. There were a lot of Chinese visitors here in that critical time, but it doesn't seem to
Hmm.
have really spread that much. So, uh,
Okay.
Nara is very popular for the tourists
For tourists.
from,
Yeah.
especially from China. I mean, because it was built. Nara was designed on a Tang Dynasty city, so
Hmm.
I think that.
Hmm.
But at any rate, there hasn't. Where I live, actually, there's 0 cases. So
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
in this village, so.
Yeah. Well, last wait, I'll close the door here in the room because the children are sleeping. But a few months ago, I fantasized with my sister to go to Japan next year,
Oh, nice.
and I thought I'm going to Nara because I thought I have to learn more about kintsugi
Hmm.
because in the Netherlands there's no way to find a teacher or
Right.
even find materials for it.
Right.
So, but now with COVID-19, now I question if it's ever possible to visit Japan.
But
But
you know what's interesting though is I think that I mean because I'm from the U.S. I'm American, but
yeah,
Americans are really panicking about things. But I think it's going to return to normal very quickly. Personally, um,
yeah.
I don't know. I haven't been out of Japan during the COVID-19 stuff, but it seems like maybe Sweden is about the closest to what Japan did. And I've heard, I don't know, so, but I
Yeah,
think, yeah,
the
go ahead.
well, the Swedes, you said?
Yeah, the Swedes. So,
Yeah, yeah, okay. But that's quite similar. What is in Holland?
oh, okay,
The way COVID-19 has been approached. Yeah,
right,
slightly loose.
yeah, very loose.
Yeah, yeah,
Other than like we uh, we like to go out for sushi, and that's about the only major thing we've been just getting at takeout. So, um,
hmm,
let's see. I'm just going to do my notes here. So two, five, two, six.
yeah. Do you use black or right under silver?
Under the silver's red.
Hmm.
You,
Oh, okay.
and you're asking about the lacquer under here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So this actually, so just since I'm waiting 15 minutes to do it again, but so this is just a small chip. I don't know how good you can, how well you can see this, but
Yeah, I can see that.
okay, it's
Well,
not,
now the silvers are not, but I saw
yeah.
the lacquer.
And so I put in sabi and then shaped it and then middle black. And then
Okay.
yesterday, if you look on my site and I think yesterday I posted a video. That's this bowl and it's just the final sanding. Then about 40 minutes ago, I put on red and now just the silver. But this silver is, again, I guess you know Marufun. Do you know Marufun?
No, no, I don't know the word, but I understand it's silver,
It's not, it's
special grind of silver.
right. It's what it is this more, so there's, Maru means round. So it's rounded grains of silver. And
Hmm.
after
Okay.
this, it's like 18 steps to, compared to the flat grind, right? Which, if you've bought from my Etsy store,
Yeah.
by the way, if Etsy, I don't know if you've seen my blog, but I had to
Yeah.
yeah, Etsy raised their fees to me by
Yeah.
20. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I
if,
saw you had a different shop on
right.
your own site.
So it's,
Yeah, and, and not
either,
by Etsy.
right. It doesn't matter. I mean, but if you do go to Etsy, it's going to be a lot more. So, um, same
Mhm.
person. I mean, I'm the one sending it, but at any rate, so this, what I'll do, I'll wait about 5 days and then start applying the hardening lacquer to it. Um,
Yeah.
so, by the way,
I'm.
this is the more difficult um, kind of metal finishing, and um, but it's much stronger. So you could use a tea whisk on it, I mean, or a spoon if you eat out of it or something. So
Yeah.
at any rate, that's what
Yeah.
this is. So,
Okay.
and then in about 5 minutes, what I'll do is just re rebrush. Right now, the red lacquer is drying, and so it's kind of sucking in the metal. And you want to make sure
Yeah.
that you go back over it with keshifun, by the way, which is probably what you're using. Keshi
Yeah.
doesn't mean flat, but in this kind of case, it kind of means flat, where this is round. The keshifun, you go over it again too, um, but you don't have all the extra steps. So,
Yeah. The extra steps form a
right,
final layer of transparent.
right,
Well, what do you call it? Yozuri?
right. That's right, the jozuri. So,
yeah.
well, since you're here, I mean, whenever you're done with breakfast and you have to go, just that's fine. But I'll just explain till then. Um,
No,
so,
it's it's okay.
so I will put the jozuri on this, and then the next day, again, I'll put jozuri, and then again the next day jozuri. So about 3 times.
Yeah. Okay.
And in between, in between that, I'll use this stone to very, very lightly sand it.
Yeah. And
If
what grind is that? Four
this is
thousand feet? No,
this, this is a 3,000, so
3,000.
it. I mean, I have a. If you see, I don't know if you can see those three lines, but that means
Yeah.
3,000 to me.
Yeah. I see.
And you could use a 2,000 or 3,000, but you know, if it's too rough, you'll knock your silver off and you'll ruin it. So,
Hmm.
um,
Yeah.
so after I do 3 of the Jozuris, then I will polish it, and I'll polish it with the stones. Then I'll polish it with about 6 other compounds, and
Okay.
and then again Jozuri. So
Okay.
anyway, that'll take about let me think for a second. It'll take about a week.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
altogether, it takes about 2 weeks because I have to wait for this to dry. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, can I ask
sure,
you another question?
sure.
Just last week, I didn't wait for your answer.
Go ahead, go ahead.
But last week I tried real lacquer again.
Hmm,
So I made a muro from an old fish tank
right.
with an element for heating
Hmm,
and now whatever.
hmm,
But I tried again to. It's difficult in English.
hmm.
I tried to look how it did work with the red. I have some red real rushi,
Right,
but the result is not shiny.
right.
Well, and I wondered if I could also polish that to a shiny red
Okay. Um,
color.
but yes, you can. So, but let me just ask you a couple questions. What do you know the
Yeah.
temperature in Celsius of your Moodle?
Mhm. Yeah. It's 25 to
Oh,
27 Celsius degrees Celsius.
and so that's perfect. How about your? Do you know you had water in there, right?
Yeah, and the
Okay,
humidity I measured that.
okay,
It's well, actually at this moment it's 85.
okay. So that's
So
perfect.
it's very easy to have a high humidity.
So, so okay. Yes, you can polish out red and black. Actually, um,
Mhm.
the only if it was it wrinkled at all after it dried?
No,
Okay,
no, it wasn't wrinkled.
so
No,
you're good on.
because that's why I tried. Because I wanted to get rid of the wrinkles, so I applied a very thin
Okay,
layer.
so what you can do is,
Yeah.
do you have these stones, these polishing stones? These, do you have these?
Um, yeah, yes, I have the one you showed.
The 3,000?
You just showed. Well, I have them in a beautiful case.
Oh, nice. Um, so
Yeah, yeah. Well, you got to see it, but this is the one with the three.
okay,
I cut it in half. Is it
so
right? Yeah,
what
it's
you
with the
should
three.
what you can do is first, you're right. Okay, use about a 2,000 and then about a 3,000 on
Mm-hmm.
on your red, and
And then with water or with oil.
with water.
Okay.
Always with water for these. Never. Um, so just if you use oil, I think you'll ruin them. So um,
Okay.
after you do your 3,000, um, go to 1 second here. Oh, do you have? I don't know what materials you have, but if you have Ishiko or you have um, the white powder, which is
The lacquer you.
No. Let me show you actually. Let me just. I've got some here. Let me grab a box here. Okay. Do you have any? I mean, this is not that easy to see, but it's white powder. Do you have? It looks illegal, but it's not. You don't have this.
No,
Okay. So
I don't have that.
so you have Tonoko, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and Unoko.
Okay. You
And
have
Tonoko is the most.
right. So don't
I'm
use
sitting right before.
don't use Jinoko. You'll destroy it.
Hmm.
Right. Okay. Good.
Yeah, that's the loose one.
No, you want to
Tonoko is the one in piece in
like a rock.
yeah.
Okay. So what you need to do is after you do the 3,000, um,
Hmm.
go take a very small piece of the Tonoko and
Hmm.
smash it. I don't have it here, but if I did, then you would
Yeah,
smash
well, I
it,
can.
smash it up, and then take maybe just a single drop of cooking oil. You don't have to
Mhm.
use any kind of special oil, just like I don't know,
Yeah.
there's many kinds of cooking oil, but use a cooking oil. Don't use olive oil, it's not very good. Um,
Okay,
and
I use sunflower oil.
that's
Do you
good.
call it like that?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Okay.
Um, and what you do I mean, I don't have it here, but you take your tonoko, you smash just a small piece up, and then put a drop of the oil and mix it in.
Hmm.
And then
Yeah.
within your fingers, knead it to kind of get
Polish
it,
it.
um, in a ball where it's got, the tonoko has oil in it, but it's not smearing everywhere. Not too wet. And then
Hmm.
use that to polish your red.
Yeah. Okay.
So, in other words, the tonoko is kind of like a polishing material. So,
Yeah, and it's even more. It's more fine than the 3000
it's finer than the
semi
3,000,
stone.
but
Yeah.
it's.
Okay.
Let me just
Yeah.
since you're here, let me just grab a couple things and put them on here so you can see. So I don't think you have these, and you don't have. So if you look at how fine things are, let me just grab this. Okay, so you have the
Yeah.
stone, and
Yeah.
then next you have the abuda tonoko, which is the tonoko, right?
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
abuda means oil, so it's kind of a mixture of the oil and the tonoko. Then you have another one,
Mhm.
ishiko. Then you have another one, which is roiro, which is a kind of white powder. Um,
Mm.
let's see. Actually, it goes. Made a mistake on this. It's abrotonoko, these, and then the two fine powders. Since you don't have them,
Okay.
you can go to here to the tonoko.
Yeah. To the tonico and oil. Yeah.
Right, the tonoko and oil.
I'm gonna try that.
And then
It's and what my about the rash of real lacquer. So I decided to assemble the pieces with sheen
right,
shinrushi,
right.
and I thought, well, the last layers I can do with real lacquer.